Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you for joining me. It's not only is it Monday, but it is the beginning of May. A new month brings on new goals, new opportunities, a fresh start to get you going. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, what better time than now, right? Let's talk about those real estate goals that you have. Is this your first time joining me? My name is Andrea Wilson. I'm the real estate broker over at Brickhouse Realty. We're a full service real estate brokerage here in Cleveland, Ohio. We work with buyers, sellers, also real estate investors. So we have a lot going on. We're more of a boutique, smaller brokerage offering a lot of personalized services. So today my topic is, why are there not any houses for sale? While there's no houses for sale, this question keeps coming up with all of our clients, our buyers that we're working with. They're getting frustrated just because you can't secure something. So let's get started. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I'm talking about why there's no houses for sale on the market. If you're a buyer, you may be getting very frustrated right now because you've put in some offers and those offers are not getting accepted for you. So I'm here to talk about what's going on in the marketplace, share some information for you. So I have 3 reasons why. I'm gonna break that down for you right now. So the reason number 1 are that houses are just selling super quickly. We're seeing on average, as a real estate agent, we're seeing at minimum about 6 offers on each property that has been listed on the market. 6 offers coming in. So that that seller has an opportunity to pick between 6 other sellers or buyers offers that are coming in. So when those offers are coming in, naturally as a seller, you want the highest and best offer to be presented to you. So with that, they're always looking at those cash offers are going to be looked at first, then typically your conventional loans, and then your FHA loans. I know I talked about that piece of it in the past. I just want to talk about it here and let you know how important that if you can go conventional, make sure that you get that pre-approval in a conventional. That's going to give you a leg up on all of the other offers in the marketplace. There are some lenders that we work with that offer a conventional style product, where if you're someone that would normally only qualify for FHA, they have a product that is like conventional, a special in-house product that will allow you to submit your offer as conventional, but still allow you to have a lower credit score. So with that being said, 6 offers to 1 being accepted on there. So as real estate agents, a lot of your real estate agents that you may be talking to, they are exhausted because for that buyer that you're working with, you may have to write 10, even 20 offers to finally win one on that property. So it's going to take a lot of patience getting through there. So there's a record high buyer demand right now, and there's a couple things that is causing that. One of them is that the interest rates are super low. Because the interest rates are super low, buyers want to take advantage of the market because we don't know when interest rates are going to go back up. And then a larger population, the millennial population, is coming through. They are buying homes, and so they're trying to get out there, being a little more financially savvy. They're interested in owning assets. And so this is also keeping up with that demand. So the national average is showing that homes are on the market for about 20 days. This time last year, we were seeing that homes were on the market roughly about 36 days. So that's to kind of show you even the big difference between this time this year and last year this time. So homes being on the market for an average of 20 days. But the really, really good homes are going within, 24 hours, so to speak. When you see something pop up, you're like, oh, well, I'll schedule tomorrow or check up on it tomorrow. And you may come back and see that that property is actually under contract. So if anything pops up, you definitely want to be one of the first to get there. Making sure that you are in constant communication with your real estate agent will also help you along the way. So right now we're seeing having about 1.7 months of inventory on the market. 1.7 months of inventory. That means if no new home were to come on the market, that means that in a little over a month and a half, we will be completely out of inventory. For a more balanced market, as agents, we look for about 6 months of inventory. So that's something to think about. If you're planning to buy a home, you might want to start a little earlier than you had initially intended, just to give you enough time to secure a place on your own. So that's number one. So the number one thing was just housing is just selling so quickly, and that's what's causing problems for buyers securing a place. The second thing is new construction. So we are seeing a decrease in the number of newly constructed homes. And so even our larger builders in the marketplace have slowed down from what we were seeing in the past. And the way that we are able to determine how much inventory is potentially coming to the market is we look at the number of permits that are being pulled within the municipalities. And so when we look at the market of where we were in prior years, we're actually in a deficit. We are at 10.8%. Building permits have decreased from what we've seen in prior years. Part of that is for builders, there's no real incentive for them to actually build right now because building materials have shot up and there's a delay on receiving those building materials. So because of that, a lot of builders just don't have the incentives because it's going to cost them so much more money to build nowadays, which is shrinking their profit margin on what they're able to make on there. So because of that deficit that is going on with new construction, that's limiting the opportunities for people who want to move up or just new opportunities in the marketplace to be able to purchase. So the level or the decrease in new construction and the increased cost of building materials is also causing the problem right now that we're seeing in the marketplace. The third thing that I have on there is going to be the sellers not being motivated to sell their homes as well, right? So we went through the pandemic. And so there were some owners that had some hardship going through the pandemic, maybe because of loss of job. They were furloughed on their job. And so because of that, there was a lot of assistance out there still to this day, still through most of this year. There's a moratorium going in place where it allows owners to hold off or where no payment is due if they apply for that. So because of that, there's no incentive for a seller to have to or want to sell their home because they can just kind of ride that wave out. I do have some numbers that I want to break down and tell you. So currently they're showing about 2.6 million owners who are in forbearance right now. So for some people, they believe, well, that can't be good. At a certain point, they may end up foreclosing on their home. And so then that inventory is going to come to the market. But I'm going to talk about that in 1 second. So one of the myths with that is that when that forbearance period is over, that those individuals are going to have to make a lump sum payment. And that's really not the case. Most of those homeowners, especially if they have a government-backed loan, that's going to be your FHA or VA loan, they have a couple options for repayment. So they don't have to make the lump sum payment. So for most people, they're thinking like, oh, you have to make a lump sum payment. People won't have the lump sum payment. They'll go into foreclosure. Not the case. Typically, we're going to see them going into a repayment plan is one of those options that you have as an owner who is going through that forbearance period. They have a payment referral program. And then they also have where you could do a loan modification on that property as well. So if you are in that situation, you've gotten behind on your payment, you're in this moratorium stage, you will have some options at the end of it. And when all else fails, the way that things are going, I definitely feel like the government will have some sort of program in addition to help people save their homes. So this is going to be primarily for your government-backed loans, your FHA, your VA type of loans. So when we look at the people that are in that forbearance, we just talked about that 2.6 million people. People that were in forbearance, 27.1% represented borrowers who continue to make their payment during forbearance. So these are probably people who got afraid. Maybe they were furloughed on their job and they just weren't sure how long that was going to be. So they went ahead when they could, went ahead and made those payments. So 27.1% of those folks have already been making those payments. Excuse me. 26.2% resulted in a loan deferral. 14.9% past due have already paid in full. And then 7.6% resulted in paid off loans, such as they've already sold their home or they already refinanced their home, because again, the interest rates are so low that for a lot of people, they decided to go ahead and refinance their home, which brought down their mortgage payment tremendously. So then it was a win, became more affordable for them. So that is the third reason why there's no inventory in the market. So just to recap, the first one was that houses are just selling so quickly because of lower interest rates, higher buyer demand. Secondly, new construction, the lack of new construction not happening because of the increase in building supplies. And we can determine this, that the new construction is not happening because of the number of building permits that are not being pulled. There's actually a deficit from where we were once at. And the third is seller not having the motivation to sell, right? So another motivation would be that you could refinance your home, lower that interest rate on there, that monthly payment. So I might as well just stay in my home versus selling. So there's no motivation for sellers to get out. And with the pandemic and people were spending time at home, they kind of realized, I don't need that larger space. I can work with what I already have. So this is my tips, my information, my Market Monday update for you guys as it relates to the real estate market. If this is your first time following me, please go ahead and either subscribe or like my page. Happy to answer any questions for you. You can send me an email. I will answer your questions. Keep in touch, right? Reach out. If you're thinking about relocating to the Cleveland market, I would love to work with you. But until then, guys, have a wonderful Monday. Have a wonderful May. Mother's Day is coming up next week. So to all of you mothers out there, take some time to relax. Well wishes to all of you. Have a good day, guys.